Hey Miranda. Research has been really hard for me today. Like my tea streaks kept on getting contaminated.
It's been hard for me too.
Why?
I've been doing Kirby-Bauer tests with E. coli and they're not working. And on top of that, my blood sugar levels have been really low today. I think I need to go get my insulin. Whoa.
Wait, I'm gonna go get it for you. It seems like you're a little weak. Where's your insulin?
In the lab on the workbench.
Okay, I'm gonna go get it as quick as possible. I'll be right back.
Okay. Whoa, I'm really dizzy.
I got it.
Why am I still feeling so faint?
Miranda, wake up! But why? She just fainted because of her low blood sugar, but I just injected insulin in her. Why didn't she just wake up? This isn't insulin. This is E. coli.
Look at this interesting article.
Oh wow, look at the leak.
I know. Look, we're getting a call. Hello, Boffin Microbiology Firm. How may we help you?
Hello, this is Elena, and I have a problem with E. coli. So my problem has to do with my friend Miranda. I accidentally injected her with E. coli when I actually meant to inject her with insulin. I would like to learn a little bit more of what I could do I would like to learn a little bit more about what's going on in her body biologically because she had E. coli inside of her body.
So this seems like a pretty severe problem. Biologically, if we want to explain this to you, we think it would be best for you to come down to the office. My colleague and I are available now if you'd like to come down.
Yes, sounds perfect. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
This is going to be a long talk.
yeah, and fun.
So I've taken some notes on what I think is going to be relevant to discuss with her when she comes in.
Okay. And I drew this. Do you think this would help her understand the process of DNA replication?
I think so. I think that'll be good, helpful for her.
All right, awesome. Sounds good. Oh, there she is.
Come on in. Hi.
Hi, Perry. Welcome to Boffin.
Nice to meet you, Delana Carcamo.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a seat.
So we heard you had a problem with E. coli.
Yes.
Can you provide us with exact details of what happened? Because we would like to be able to provide you with the evidence that you need to be able to best understand what is going to happen.
Yes. So what happened was that me and my research partner Miranda were in the research lab break room. And we were just talking about our research. And then she told me that she had low blood sugar. So she started standing up and then she felt a little weak. And then I told her, I'm going to go get the insulin for you. So I went to the lab where she had her insulin. And then, so I went and I injected the insulin. But then she just fainted. And you would think that insulin would just help her, but instead it didn't. And then I noticed what the syringe had. It had E. coli.
Okay, so this is a problem.
Yes.
So your friend is, you said, diabetic.
Yes.
Okay, so that her passing out was due to the diabetes of her low insulin.
Yes.
So the E. coli had nothing to do with that. So that's good. We at least know that. But the problem is now that your friend has E. coli in her system. And it was injected straight into her bloodstream. Okay. So I think what we need to do from here is we need to explain to you how DNA replication occurs, specifically with E. coli, which is a prokaryote, because that way we can maybe be able to better understand how this is going to play out, specifically in the fact that this, if your friend does not get out of the hospital soon and she does not begin to heal, it may end up being a case of involuntary manslaughter, which means we may need to go to a judge. So,
Okay.
Pari, would you want to explain how this works?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, I'm going to be explaining the prokaryotic DNA replication. What you see here is a prokaryotic circular DNA, which can be compressed in a knot and called supercoiling. The enzyme that promotes the supercoiling is the DNA gyrase. The supercoiling helps promote packaging in the DNA. So let's go here and zoom in to this part, which is this. So the replication begins at the ORI-C region here, and it is A and T rich region. Helicase recruits the primase and to begin replication. So once the replication starts to begin, the primer recruits the load clamper at each strand. This clamps the DNA polymerase III to bind and synthesize new DNA strand. Now let's zoom in on this part and go here. So now the DNA gyrase works before the helicase to unwind the supercoiling. So the single-stranded DNA binding proteins are there to stop the DNA, these two strands, from coming back together. So this is the 3' to 5' end, which is the leading strand. And 5' to 3' end is the lagging strand. Notice that how the 3' and 5' and 3' and 5' are anti-parallel, which is also called as semi-conservative replication. So as the helicase begins to open the strand, the replication begins from 5', it reads from 3' to 5', but it writes down from 5' to 3'. DNA polymerase process to synthesize a new DNA strand. So the new DNA strand, the leading strand moves with the helicase, and the lagging strands go away from the helicase. The leading strand grows continuously, and the lagging strand are processed in pieces, and those pieces are called Okazaki fragment, which starts to replicate furthest away from the fork. RNase H removes the primer, one at the leading strand and multiple at the lagging strand. Once RNase H removes the primer, DNA polymerase I comes and fills the void, and ligase seals the small gaps and stitches these newly synthesized DNA together. And once it is done, both forks move to the terminus site. Hopefully, this explanation clarifies all the doubts that you may have.
Okay, so as Pari has just explained DNA replication, I want to further explain the differences between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. We are eukaryotes, and E. coli is a prokaryote, so they kind of work differently. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So eukaryotes have more DNA to go through, which makes the replication process longer than it would occur in a prokaryote. Also, DNA polymerase works slower in eukaryote replication. Eukaryotes don't use gyrase, and gyrase is what allows you to basically gyrase allows very tight knots to occur on the structure, which then causes very efficient packaging inside the bacteria. Also, eukaryotes are linear chromosomes and prokaryotes are circular chromosomes. Also, if you see on the board, we have some chromosomes. We have some linear chromosomes up there. So gyrase also works ahead of DNA B, which is known as helicase, and it helps to relax the supercoils as DNA B does its job. Also, Putty kind of highlighted some different enzymes, and I'll just run them out there through what they are again. So we have helicase, gyrase, DNA polymerase 3, primase, RNase, and ligase. So basically, we want to be able to relate all of this information to your friend. So from this conversation, Putty and I's hope is that you will have gained a better understanding of biologically what is happening to your friend in the hospital.
Excuse me, I'm receiving a call from the hospital.
Sure.
Hello, this is Delina Carcamo. How may I help you? Yes. Okay. All right. You have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. So I've just been informed by the hospital that Miranda is not getting better.
Okay. So at this point, I would suggest that we should contact a judge because we don't want any case of involuntary manslaughter.
I agree. I think that would be our best move at this point.
All right, sounds good.
I'll go call somebody.
Okay.
Come in. Have a seat. I was expecting you.
Thank you. So, as you probably know and have been expecting, I'm Dr. Cameron from Boffin headquarters. Prior to becoming a microbiologist, I was a lawyer, so I'm here on behalf of Delana Carcamo to argue her case. So, I wanted to know if you know anything about bacteria and DNA.
Yes, I spoke with my previous classmate, Dr. Jason Andrus, to get the background information on this case. How's the patient doing?
Currently, the patient is in critical care in ICU and is suffering from diarrhea and vomiting. However, they are on the recovery and on the up and up.
Yes, Dr. Andrus gave me a background on what was happening. He told me about the DNA going through the replication process with the initiation phase and the elongation phase. And because the E. coli is prokaryotic, it multiplies faster. And it also does binary fission, which is why it replicated so fast in her body, why she got sick so quickly. Is that pretty much what happened?
Exactly.
So we've come up with a plea deal. She's going to have to pay $3.14 million.
Okay, can I see that?
Or she'll go to jail.
Okay, I see. So this should be as easy as pie to sign. $3.14 million. Judge, I can make your signature next. So will this money go directly to Miranda so that she can pay her medical bills?
Yes.
Okay. When will the money be deposited or withdrawn from my client's account? And
Within the
deposited into Miranda's within the month?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Good luck to you, Miss Carcamo.
Thank you.
Next time, don't do this. Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr. Cameron.
Thank you. You have a good rest of your day.